Okay, today we're going to talk about how to perform animation in PowerPoint 2010. Now, with animation, we can make objects on the screen move around and do different things. So anything on the screen can be animated if you can click on it. Text, clip art, pictures, any kind of object, any kind of shape can be animated in the ways that I'm about to show you. So let's say in this case, let's say the spaceship finds a gas station in space and they want to pull up to the gas station, fuel up, and then fly away. So notice how I have the gas station and I have the spaceship already on the slide. So I'm going to click on the spaceship. Now in PowerPoint 2010, you're going to pick the animations menu. Now what I like to do is I like to turn on something that's called the animation pane. It just makes it more like it used to be, and I think it's easier to work with. So I'm going to pick on the animation pane, which is going to be over here on the side. So you're going to click on that picture, and then you're going to pick on Add Animation over here. Now there's 4 different styles of animation. One is called Entrance, which means how is it going to come into the slide. One is called Emphasis, which means once it's on the slide, we can make it do different things. One is called an Exit, which means how is it going to leave the slide. And then one is called Motion Path, which is moving the object around the slide. So now you have some choices here, and then if you want even more choices, you're going to scroll down, and then you see where it says more interest effects, more emphasis effects, more exit effects, and more motion paths. So I want to go with more interest effects. I like this screen because you can click on them, and it's going to show you what's going to happen. See how the spaceship just kind of came in like that. Now there's different categories here. There's basic, subtle, moderate, and even exciting. So if you just pick on one of these, it's going to show you what it looks like. So in this case, I'm going to pick the one that's called Curve Up. And you can see how the spaceship is kind of going to go right up to the fuel station. And I'm going to click on OK. Now, if you want that animation to appear automatically, then here's what you're going to do. Notice how it's listed over here on the side on the animation pane. I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to pick on either Effect Options or Timing. Let's go with Effect Options. Here you can even add sound to that. So I'm going to kind of, let's say we'll use a chime. Okay, and then for the timing, then if you want it to be automatic, you say after previous with so many seconds. That way, as soon as the slide appears, the animation will occur that many seconds later. So I'm going to click on OK. Now let's see what it looks like so far. You heard the chime there. So now I'm just going to play the slide with this icon over here. It'll just play the current slide. So here's the fuel pump. Here comes the spaceship. Okay. So far so good. I'm going to hit the escape key. Now let's say I wanted to actually fuel up. So I'm going to click on that picture. Here's the mistake that people make. They think that they're going to change that same animation, and really that's not what you do. You're going to add another animation. So I'm going to click on Add Animation this time. This one is going to be an emphasis, and you can see some of the emphasis. I think the as I'm moving my mouse, you can see what they're going to look like. Let's say the pulse is going to be a good one there. Now notice how the pulse is the second one in your animation list. So you're actually kind of making a script here, making a sequence. So I'm going to right click on that second one. I want that one to happen automatically as well. So let's say I'm going to add the timing, and I want it to happen after previous, let's say half of a second. Now I want to make this one repeat 2 times, so it'll kind of pulse 2 times like that. And you could add sound to these. Let me see if any sounds might be appropriate here. Well, if you've been to the gas tank, you know that the cash register is probably the appropriate one there. Right? So I'm going to click on OK. So let's see how the whole thing is going to play now. Alright, so it's going to go to the gas station, it's going to fuel up, and we're looking good. I'm going to hit the escape key. So now I want the spacecraft to pull away from the pump. So I'm going to click on the spacecraft again, and I'm going to click on Add Animation. Now this one, I wanted to move in the slide. That's called a motion path. So I'm going to pick on More Motion Path, and you can see there's lots of different ones over here. If I pick one of these, it'll kind of show you what that looks like, right? Some pretty interesting ones here. All I really want this to do is perhaps move to the right. That one's not bad. Maybe I'd like to move to the left or move up. That one's not bad. I kind of like that one right there. So I'm going to say arc up, and I'm going to click on that guy and click on OK. And now we want to add timing to that as well. So I'm going to right click, click on Effect Options. Now in this case, we'll do the timing. We could add a sound in here, of course. And let's say that it might be like how about a laser? That'll be good. And then we're going to make that one happen automatically as well after the previous one with maybe half of a second delay. All right, I'm liking that. Now I want the spaceship to then fly off the screen. So you click on the spaceship again and you make another animation. This one is going to be an exit. And exit means how's it going to leave the slide. So I'd like to click on some of these and see what they're going to look like. I probably want something more exciting than that. That's pretty cool. I like that one. So I want to pick on Spiral Out. And again, notice how that one is now in the sequence. And I'm going to right click on that. We'll pick on Effect Options. This one definitely needs a sound. How about like a whoosh sound? And then we'll do the timing. We'll make that one happen after the previous, maybe a half of a second. So you almost storyboard this, and you kind of put them in sequence like that. Now let's see how the whole slide is going to play. So I'm going to pick on the slideshow. Here it comes. That was the entrance. It's going to move away, and then he zooms out. So you can see how the animation can really help your presentation. Now with the animation over, you can see it's pretty easy to do, and you can get some great effects here. But I would add it maybe once in a while in your presentation, or I would add it at important points, or maybe to make maybe make some humor in there. I wouldn't put it on every single slide because it starts to annoy people, because you cross the line from going like, hey, that was pretty cool, to saying, wow, you know, it's starting to get a little bit annoying. Okay, we get it, right? So, you know, just use these once in a while, maybe for your important points, or maybe once in a while in the presentation to break it up, or maybe to add some humor. And now you have some great ways to add animation to your objects in PowerPoint.